Good afternoon, everybody. Movie Fan 2002 here, and as you can tell, I'm back home because I'm now on summer vacation. Yep, it's good to be back, and to celebrate, and just in time too, because we have a new MLP reacts to watch. This one being of the latest episode of Teddy Tales called "Where the Rainbows Are Made." This is gonna be awesome. So I guess you could say we're about to witness the Rainbow Connection. But yeah, just wanted to get it out. Anyways. So how about we go wasting any time to get this started? Oh, and by the way, no, as you can obviously tell, there was no Sonic 3 trailer this week, so don't expect that to be shown in front of If, although I could be wrong when I go see the film either tomorrow night or Saturday night. But yeah. But let's quit wasting any time and get this started, shall we? Just really nice to be back at home. It really is. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, this is interesting. What's going on?
What is going on?
I'm asking the same questions yet.
Zombone's stealing our rainbow unicorn magic.
Rainbow
Some
unicorn
pony?
magic?
Or something?
Yeah, it's more of something rather than...
Emergency meeting. Every pony to the crystal room. Now!
Jesus, what is going on? Oh, should I say Celestia? No, Celestia's not here.
This is a disaster. All the rainbows are disappearing and we don't know why.
Imagine Kermit saying Rainbow Connection right now, and then he's doing all the rainbows are like flying up in the sky for some reason.
The place where rainbows are made. I'm
Huh?
sorry, the what?
It was a bedtime story Mom used to tell us. Some giant cloud with a rainbow
Really?
making machine
Oh, it's
in the
nice
middle.
to actually have
I
something
never thought it was real.
to have
The
some
place that makes
nice
rainbows
bonding
must be
interactions like this. Because
taking them
I
back.
feel like ever since like the series, say what you will about, but like one of the things I really love is like we get to see them like bond as sisters, like more so than in the introduction film. But I'm willing to let that slide because that was obviously the introduction movie.
Okay, you're just jumping straight in there. Okay, good. Let's go.
Whoa.
According to the story, there's a hidden staircase that leads all the way to where the rainbows are.
Hidden staircase.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's split up and
Found it!
That was it, dude.
wow, you're really nailing it today.
She really is. So nice. This is really such a nice place. Like, I'm surprised it's still like standing on clouds, despite the fact that in series like there's nothing to spell in order to stand on clouds because of only Pegasi and Alicorn can stand on clouds.
Nice! They definitely left this part out of the story.
Kristen, anyone want to go back to Happy Thingy Cloudy Land?
It looks like something in the middle is blocked. If I can just get past the storm, I'm sure I can unclog it.
Are you sure it's safe?
I'm a princess of a different kind, always trying to figure out why. When my cutie mark comes to life, I blast bravely across the sky.
And there she goes.
Come on! Come on! Gotcha!
You can't do this on your own.
Sister Power.
A little help here, please?
Let's do it together.
And that's amazing. I'm surprised I didn't really like that before, but alright, we're looking at it. So yeah, that was this week's episode of My Pony Tell You Tales, and it was actually not so bad. It was actually pretty good. Like, granted, I wouldn't say it was as good as last time, but still, I really enjoyed it. And I like the whole, like, where rainbows are made. Granted, it's a bit similar to the whole Rainbow Factory thing in G4, but I still like it. Although I personally do prefer the whole Weather Factory-ish thing from the previous season. The generation, obviously. But so, I enjoyed this episode. Really nice. And nice to have a bit more Zip and Pip bonding moments. It was very nice. Now, I would say this is where I wrap up, but obviously, I just want to talk to you about something. So lately, there's been a few... So this year, obviously, a few new TV shows have came out, and obviously, a few ones have been catching my interest. And before you guys ask, no, I am not going to talk about Mega Ryan Rules because I haven't seen it, and I'm not going to watch that nor the movie. Besides, Shaperless's hilarious review is already enough for me to do so. Heck, even though, yeah, you can go watch that hilarious rant because that is much better for your time rather than the actual movie. Sorry. Okay. So, what are the series? Well, let's start off with the only good one before I get to the absolute two masterpieces. And the only good one is, surprisingly, Knuckles. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, how is Knuckles just good? I mean, this is meant to be a spin-off series based off of him. Well, I'll explain why later. But however, just because I said it's just good doesn't mean I didn't really enjoy it, because there's still a lot of good stuff in it. I mean, obviously, Knuckles is still as awesome as he was in the previous film. It was great to see the cameos for Sonic and Tails in episode 1. Oh yeah, by the way, spoilers for all of these shows coming up, by the way. But yeah, it was really great to see them. I'm glad they were only in episode 1 because, like, obviously they didn't want to take away the attention. And plus, also, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 comes out in December. Obviously. What else? There were some funny moments here and there. I enjoyed Knuckles and Wade's dynamic throughout the series. Some of the human characters were kind of fun to watch. Some of the episodes, especially like episode 1, were a whole lot of fun, and Christopher Lloyd's cameo as that echidna, I forgot his name, sorry, was hilarious. And also, there's a little mention about, like, Shadow, like, in the final episode, which, of course, cleverly foreshadows, get it, the next movie. And fun fact, he's going to be voiced by Keanu Reeves, which I think I mentioned that a while back, but just want to make mention here, which is awesome. So, why didn't I like it as much as the first and second movie? Well, obviously, the biggest problem I have with it is the fact that it's not really focused on Knuckles. It's focused on Wade, which... What? Yeah, the show is actually about Wade trying to compete in the bowling tournament just because he wants to do himself not as a loser. Yeah, I mean, we all know how this was gonna go. Obviously, from the moment I'd known about this, I was like, now I knew that there was gonna be something about this, and the trailer was obviously showing that, but like, really? Are you serious? This is what we're dealing with? Okay. I guess it makes sense. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was kind of boring, and it did feel kind of dull. And I don't hate Wade, but he's more of the comedic character in the films, not a central character. Obviously, this is a whole Cars 2 scenario, although to be fair, it's not as mediocre as Cars 2. But yeah, this doesn't really work. Although, to be fair, he's not the worst character in this series. That belongs to his sister, Wanda. Oh god, do I despise her. I fucking hate that character. She annoyed me every time she was on screen. The people that say that Rachel was annoying in the first two movies, and potentially, like, if she's going to appear in the third film, it's basically how I feel about Wanda in here. Plus, Rachel was hilarious. Wanda just aggravated me. I didn't like that. Not to mention that many of the elements in the show are like complete copies of the first movie. I wouldn't say which ones they are because like they're just obviously painfully obvious. So I feel like you just gotta watch it for yourself. But aside from that, I still did enjoy the show, but I really hope this isn't the beginning of, like, the whole Sonic fatigue is gonna start early on right now. Yeah, let's hope that the third movie will fix that. Okay, now into the absolute fantastic stuff. And starting off with Has Been Hotel. Now I know this is really late because obviously the show came out all the way back in January. Well, technically the official show because the pilot came out like 5 years ago. But I know what you're wondering. So why did it take me so long? Well, it's not because I didn't want to watch it. It's because I was busy with other stuff. But thankfully, during my spring break, I got around to watching it, and I was gonna do a review of it, but I decided to wait till now because of like the other show I'm about to talk about in a moment. But yeah, this show is fantastic and truly an amazing series. I mean, the animation is beautifully fluid. The characters are just fantastic, despite being taking place in hell, and all have like disobedient personalities. Like there's some really great humor. It has some really a lot of great character development from the characters. And surprisingly enough, it's a musical with two musical numbers each episode, rather being like its own song or a reprise of a previous song from a previous episode. And I love that. It's just a fantastic series. Oh, and did I forget to mention that similarly to the Owl House, it also has an LGBTQ plus couple where one of the characters is all very hyperactive, optimistic, and the other one is has a bit of a pessimistic, ruthless side, and also, with Charlie and Baggy. I mean, that's just fantastic. And the twist, and I was not expecting the twist that Baggy was actually an angel, because that was insane. And yet, before the hotel, Baggy was the first person to actually at least be seen good from Charlie, which is amazing. Yeah, such a fantastic series. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait for season 2. Also, if I have a nickel for every time an animated series had a character named Lilith that is set like in a hellish world, I have 2 nickels, which isn't much, but it's weird to happen twice, right? Okay, now on to the show that's pretty much being praised as the best series of the year so far, and it's no surprise with me either, X-Men 97. Now this is technically both a revival and a continuation. What do I mean by that? Despite this being set under Marvel, being part of the MCU, or should I now say Marvel Animation? Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that now Marvel has 3 new brands? Has new different brands now when it comes to like how they're gonna process their things. Studios will be on the movies, the Marvel Then of course we have Marvel Animation, which this is their first show, and of course Marvel Television, which I'm surprised it didn't start this sooner, but oh well, better late than never, especially with their new contract. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. X-Men 97. This show is phenomenal, and you can definitely see why. I mean, holy crap. I'm freaking blown away by the series. I've seen some episodes of the original animated series, but my god. Even so, I was able to fully understand what was going on. It's a lot like Top Gun Maverick, where you don't have to, where even if you've seen some parts of, even if you haven't seen like the original version, like the original thing that came before it, you'll still be able to be fully invested with this. And that's just fantastic. And oh my god, I just love this show. The animation, while being slightly rigid, I think complements it very well, as this is a continuation of the 90s series, where which is just phenomenal to watch. The characters are amazing, and it focuses a lot on so many characters, and some of which I'm just surprised. Like, why did like Fox fuck them up in the movies? Like, I mean, we see Cyclops more as the leader instead of like a side character in the films. Although to be fair, Hugh Jackman is a better character. Is a fantastic Wolverine, so I'm not really going to be accusing that. Although what I am disappointed about is that the fact that Rogue is such a badass in this and the in the original series, it makes me wonder, why did Bryan Singer make her such a wuss and a coward in the older movies? Like, it's just wrong. This is why. Yeah, seriously, Rogue was a freaking badass here. Even the other characters were good as well. We get to see Magneto take on an interesting role as the X-Men's leader. we introduced some new concepts that may have been resolved, where some plot lines get resolved like in one episode, but then again, it happened in the original series. Let's see so many cool characters. I mean, like pretty much almost everyone's here of the mutants: Cyclops, Wolverine, Beast, Jean Grey, Jean Grey, Rogue, Gambit, that mask dude, that guy who shapes his face. I forgot his name. Sorry. Magneto. Jubilee, and many more. Oh man, it's so wonderful. Not to mention, it has such an interesting political story that comes to involving mutants. I mean, involving like mutants, and it works out very well and creates an interesting society. Magneto, of course, and it actually makes Magneto such a fantastic villain. I mean, don't get me wrong though. I mean, of course, he was always amazing in the comics and even in the live-action films. I mean, that's mainly due to Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender's performances. But it's just so phenomenal. I just love it very much. Oh, also, and it can get pretty sexy in some things. I mean, there's a dark-ass Sailor Moon transformation in episode 3, and my god, ooh, that is probably the most sexiest thing I've ever seen. Okay, I think I'm getting a bit off track there with that. But to change it up, I mean, it's also freaking dark in a lot of areas. I mean, and it knows when it gets dark. And in fact, episode 5 starts out thinking that like it's gonna be some fun episode, but then it turns into a freaking apocalyptic genocidal episode, like in the second half, and it was intense. Like so many intense moments are happening, and it's insane. It's freaking insane. I'm just amazed of like how this is happening. Like this show. Oh my god, this show just keeps hitting the home runs. And the best part, like, each episode is just phenomenal. Like, it gets me hooked. Naturally, I was just so ecstatic. Especially, like, when the season finale came. In fact, when the season finale came on, was finally out, instead of, like, waiting until, like, later in the day to watch it, like, I usually did, because mainly of the stuff I had planned for, I decided to, like, immediately turn on my computer and watch the episode. Because that's how much I was hyped for this one. Because that's how much I loved it. I didn't stay up till midnight to watch it because obviously I still needed my rest, but you get what I mean. But yeah, that's how fantastic it was. And I mean, I don't want to spoil too much on the actual finale, but my god, like this show really brought everything brought everything like so amazing, brought me back to this world, and it was incredible. Oh yeah, the action in this show is amazing. Like it definitely just fantastic and spot on. And the ending gets me so excited for season 2. I just can't wait to see it. When will it become? Yeah, I know they'll have to take a while, but my god, I'm just freaking excited. And honestly, it makes me excited to actually revisit the X-Men movies like this, like in July in preparation for Deadpool and Wolverine, which so excited for that movie. So yeah, X-Men 97, a freaking masterpiece, and it's pretty much the best series of 2024 so far. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for my MLP new episode reaction and reviews on the big three shows of the years thus far, at least that have a positive impact. Comment down below and let me know what you guys saw of this reaction, and let me know what is your favorite of the three shows I did in these mini reviews. Mine, like I said before, it's X-Men 97. Just such a fantastic series. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, peace and take care.